Hey guys, let's try this again. I was trying to do an update to let you guys know what's been going on since Friday. Basically Friday we were waiting for my sister, and finally she said, okay, let's get ready and go. So I was under the impression we were going to go with her to her work to pick up her check. But Brian said, no, we'll just meet her at the mall. So we went off to the mall. She went off to pick up her check. We decided to go to the pet store, and I guess my phone was ringing and I couldn't quite hear it, but finally I did, and I missed the call. So I called the number back, or I was trying to, and my phone seemed to not be working, so I shut it off, shut it back on, and finally called the number that my sister called from, which was from work, and she says, guess what? I don't get paid till the following Friday. So every other Friday, she'll be getting paid. The reason for this is they were back paid. They were supposed to get paid for 2 weeks, and I guess they somewhat it fell behind for some reason with certain owners when this happened. And these new owners who are running the store now caught it and fixed it. So when Jason gets paid, him will be getting paid the following Fridays instead of the same Friday as him every 2 weeks. Well, that kind of sucks, but hey, we'll just have to deal with the change. So I was just lucky that we met up with her and she was able to get enough money to have dinner. I checked to see if I had some money in Julia's account, which we did, and we were able to get some money for some dinner. And so we had dinner, and then after dinner Pam took off to Shoppers Drug Mart to pick up a few things, and then Jason showed up. So Jason paid his rent, and I counted the money like I normally do to make sure that there's the right amount of money there. So I counted $7.20. This is Brian. He gave us $20 extra. Brian was going to take it and go get coffee, and I said, no, you're not. That belongs to Jason. So we're honest people, and we gave it back to Jay, and we explained to him that he overpaid. And so he was like, oh, he thought that he had given the right amount. I said, no, you gave $20 extra. So he had his dinner, and then we hung out for a little bit, and then we left the mall. We were going to go to Tim Hortons, which is, you go to the underground like parking, and you go through the parking, underground parking, and it's just outside it. So instead of going there, we decided to go to the Tim Hortons by our house, which is on Queen Street. So we went in there, and they got what the boys basically got what they wanted, and we used the washroom, and then we walked up to Rona. So we went into Rona and picked up what Brian needed to fix my desk. Because, like, okay, right where I am right now, like, right straight down, is my desk. It's right where my keyboard sits. So he bought new brackets and everything to fix it. Really nice white brackets, and it's much easier to bring the part with the keyboard out, to slide it out and slide it in. So I had to tell Brian, you know, you got to be very careful because it slides really easy now. It's not sticky or hard or anything like that, so you just got to be careful. So he got those, and then we went over to Canadian Tire because my sister was looking for those pull things on the ceiling fans, so she wanted to replace those. And while we were there, we ran into Roz, who used to be in I was about to say Julia when I meant to say Jason. Sorry there, had to catch myself there. So he used to be in Jason's class at North Peel in Special Basic, and he had asked Ross to be Jason's best man, and I guess at the last minute he backed out and said he couldn't be his best man for some reason, and then after that stopped talking to him, basically. So I don't know if, I think they kind of talked in between, maybe once or twice. But other than that, they hardly really talk. They don't even hang out or anything. So we found out that he worked there. Jason was under the impression that he worked at the warehouse, but it's like, I don't know why he lied and said he worked at the warehouse or whatever when he works here. So they were chatting up a little bit, and then we cashed out, and then we left, and we walked home. I wanted to go to Max, but Brian decided no, we weren't going to go to Max. And then when I heard that he said he didn't want to go, he was walking towards there, and I said, okay, no, you said you didn't want to go, so we're just going to go home. So we got home, and I finally got a drink, and Julia hung out with Brian while he was fixing the desk, and we watched a little bit of TV, and finally she went to bed. I don't know, she's on this really bad schedule, and I'm going to try my darndest to make sure I can get her into bed and sleeping by 8:30 every night. You know, school starts within a week, and, you know, she listens so well to me, but when Brian's around, the tables totally turn. But anyways, Saturday, my sister got up and Jason got up and did what they had to do, and then they got ready and left to go to Aurelia to visit his two brothers that live with foster parents. So they went and did that, and Brian and I, we did what we had to do around here, and we got ready, and we went for dinner. Well, first we went and got our tickets. We got our tickets to go see, I'll show you here. We went to go, I don't know, oh, there we go. Actually, there. Went to go, okay. Let me see if this is going to work. Ta-da! We went to see Nanny McPhee at 6:10, 28th, the 8th month, 2010. And we were in the movie theater 16. So I have what you call, I have a points card that I collect points, a scene card. So it turned out that for the three of us, it only cost $20. So I'm like, right on, sweet. So I saved money. And then I got some more points, and then we left and we went to dinner at a place called Chili's. So I'm used to hearing about Chili's in the States, and so it was nice to see one here. So we had never been to the restaurant, and we decided to try it out. It was really good. Brian couldn't believe I could handle the spicy ribs that I had. They were delicious, and the potatoes and the corn and everything. So it was really good. So we had a great dinner, and we just basically, after dinner, we left and we went back to the movies, and we got our popcorn and drinks, and Julia had kitty popcorn that came with a Kinder Surprise. We went to the movie, and the movie was amazing. I'm telling you, it was awesome. I recommend it to anybody that wants to see the movie. So after the movie, we left and we went over to Second Cup and hung out, and it was really nice to see. It was a family that worked there, and they had their young son helping out and doing cash. So I guess he's been working there, since the family started working there. And it was really great to see. So we hung out, and it's nice to go to Second Cup because they have Wi-Fi there. And even at Chili's, they had Wi-Fi, which was cool. So I was checking statuses and stuff on Facebook. And, okay, if I'm getting any, like, boring here, just tell me. Just say, okay, Jen, enough. We're getting too much. Okay. So, after that, we went and caught the bus, and we went to Walmart, bought a few things at Walmart, went home, got Julia ready for bed, went to bed, yada, yada, yada. I was supposed to go to my friend's yesterday, was getting all ready and everything was getting ready to go, and I had asked her a question if she had something, and she got back and said, sorry, we can't get together today, just found out I have a family barbecue to go to. So I was a little bit peeved and a little bit upset, but I got over it and said, okay, hey, I'll make the best of today. So I did some more laundry, cleaned up, and we decided that we were going to take Julie to the park. And I said, I actually don't want to go to Chinguacousy. I'm sick of being there. I was there so much this summer due to the fair and hanging out with Amanda to keep her company and whatnot. I just said I didn't want to go there. So we decided to go to Dairy Queen. So we went to Dairy Queen and had some nice ice cream, and found out that they had a binder that had different cakes, like birthday cakes and stuff you can look at. Well, now they have a digital, it's like a digital screen. You can choose what kind of cakes you're looking for and whatnot and order them, which is really cool. I didn't really get much of a chance to really gander and look at it, just a brief sec. But we got our ice cream and we sat outside. It was really hot today. It was like, 31 plus. And then after that, what did we do? We walked over to the store, Max, to get some drinks. And then we walked through the car lot and we were looking at different cars, and one van caught our eye, but to be honest, it's not in our budget for us to actually have a van. I'd have to go to work and I'd have to make arrangements to have somebody take care of Julia, but we just realized that, it's just in our best interest for me to stay home and be there for Julia. So we continued on our walk and we checked out this new condominium building that people are slowly moving into, and we checked it out, and it has a weight room and I think a party room and a bunch of stores that are going to be, there's going to be stores at the bottom, like the front, and they're waiting to be like rented or leased, but nobody has, put anything in these stores yet, so they're just empty, waiting to be leased. So we continued on our walk and we went to Gage Park and hung out there for a bit. After Gage Park, we went and walked up and checked out what's going on at this other condo that's going to have stores in the bottom. And I think it's one of the biggest, tallest condos in Brampton that's downtown. We caught the bus and then we went to Metro, picked up a few things, what we wanted for dinner tonight. We had barbecue chicken and some taters. We tried to cook taters on the barbecue, which they turned out pretty good. They weren't that bad. I'm sorry, this video is long. I just had a lot to say and I'm trying to crash it in pretty fast. So we had a good dinner. We had our family dinner tonight together. I cleaned up, did some more laundry, and I guess Miss Julia decided to go to bed really late. So I'm going to have a chat with Brian about it and let him know that I seriously want to be in charge. I want to be in charge of, the bedroom. I'm getting tongue twisted here. Oh my god, it's 1:05 in the morning. I gotta get to bed. Anyways, I have to be letting him know that I want to be in charge of the bedtime routine. I love him and all, and I don't mind the fact that he wants to help and put Julia to bed, but it's just that when he goes to put her to bed, she tries to get away with too much. But when I put her to bed, she follows exactly what I say, she listens, and she goes to bed, and she goes to sleep.